Good evening. This evening, I'm very happy to welcome a good friend of our website and YouTube channel, Miss Darshell Sanderfer from the United States. She's a writer, producer, also speech and language pathologist and screenwriter. How are you, Darshell? Thank you for joining the live.
Hello, Sherif. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so
Thank
excited to tell you about my newest title, Director. I just directed my short film, Snapped.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Before we jump on the new projects, I remember you talked to me about your upbringing, and if you can tell us a little bit briefly about it, because you spoke about it in details in the website.
Yes, my upbringing, I'm grateful for my upbringing. I am the product of two farmers that grew up in Alabama in the rural
Yes,
countryside in the 1940s and 50s. They left Alabama chasing the dream of just having a better life and better
yes,
opportunities for their children. And they
yes,
went to Toledo, Ohio. And
yes,
that's where I grew up,
yes. Go
Toledo,
ahead,
Ohio.
please. Yes, and how did it start with you being interested into arts and language?
The arts were really prominent in my family. Singing was a pastime. We were one of those families that just, we sat around and sang for fun. And I used to always just love imitating the people that I saw on TV. Um, and it was just natural. It was something I was really, really drawn to. So that's what I did: singing, acting, dancing as a young child.
Yes. And when you started to finish high school and decided to study in the university, what did you study originally?
Originally, oh, we're getting to the good stuff. So when set off to, go to college, I was going to become a pharmacist. That was my biggest goal, throughout childhood. I'm going to be a pharmacist, pharmacist, pharmacist.
Yes.
And I just did not do well in pharmacy school. It was not a good fit, and it was not a good career choice. Not that what I not something that I really felt was the best for me. So I took a career test, and speech and language pathology showed up, and
Yes.
I really took a liking to that.
Yes. And then of course beside your writing, we'll come to it right now. Also right now, what do you do in language? Do you like a speech coach? What do you do exactly?
Well, a speech and language pathologist is a master's level degree individual who addresses communication skills um,
Uh-huh.
from every age, from the youngest newborn to end of life. And we not only address communication skills, but we also address um, feeding disorders or swallowing disorders.
Really?
They, yes, swallowing disorders. Sometimes babies have difficulty um, feeding, and sometimes as adults after traumatic brain injuries or strokes or just dementia, even people will have difficulty eating. So managing
Really?
um, people's diets and giving them therapy in order to rehab those skills. We deal with voice disorders. I mean, the list goes on and on. But as far as language goes, we typically work with all ages on how to express language and how to understand language.
Great. And right now, beside writing films, I remember you told me you had plans of writing books, maybe cookbooks as well. This is correct.
Yes, that is 100% correct.
Yes,
Um, I have a story and it ties it all together. So my mother is, well, she just really raised us to be phenomenal and to have just a great outlook on life. And
yes,
so one day she just set me down and said, "Hey, I have this idea for a book, a cookbook. Um,
yes,
and if I don't finish it, then it's on you to finish it. And I want you and your siblings to, gain revenue or resources from that." And she said, this book is for you all to sell and to, share the recipes of the family. And then
yes,
she said, I also have an idea for a movie. And she said, but this movie is yours. She said, if I don't get to finish it, then I want you to finish this movie. And I didn't pay much attention to the movie thing. I said, okay, mom, whatever, because it seemed like such a big task at the time that I would
yes,
never be able to um, produce or direct a movie.
yes.
So June of 19, I'm sorry, in June of 2016, my dad called me early on a Wednesday morning and I could hear a whimper in his voice. And he told me that my mother had passed away. And at that moment, the only thing I could think of was, oh my goodness, I have to make a movie.
Yes,
So writing books and the cookbook as she's wished, and also making movies is something that she just imparted in me. So the book is something that I'm still working on. Um, just making those recipes just finite so people can reproduce them.
great. Your story about your late mother, it, it is like a flashback at the beginning of a feature film where the mother
Mhm.
reveals to her daughter some stuff, and then the story begins.
That's right. It's so true. It's so
Yes,
true.
yes. I have here a commentary. You can see the commentary on your screen from Mark Johnson, screaming
Oh,
congratulations, everything concerning you look absolutely beautiful, by the way.
that's nice.
Yes, thank you, Mark. And right now, you seem very excited about your new short film. What can you tell us about it?
I First off, I want to talk about an organization called Women of Color Filmmakers. It's a
Yes,
nonprofit organization that is based out of LA. And Londi Maduro is the leader of that organization, and she pushes all of the women to just do their best. So she
excellent.
invited everyone to join this challenge, and I was just kind of like, I don't know if I want to do it right now. I got a lot of things going on. I'm not going to do it. And she's like, you should probably think about it. You should do it. So I submitted my script. I wrote it. It got selected, and so I directed the film. And I was so grateful for this organization for like just giving us a lot of tools. I took their directors workshop last year, and there's just a lot of things that they offer. It's a great, like, just welcoming community. But the film was shot right here in Pensacola, Florida, and we had people from all over come to be a part of this film. The response was overwhelming. I did not realize the support that I had in the film industry. Just so many people that were like, hey, we're behind you. We want this to be a success. We believe in you. It was just so encouraging. I just am blown away. So oh my goodness, just so many people to thank. I mean, all of the actresses, the lead actresses, Leah B. I've gotten rave reviews about her acting skills. Every single one of the actresses. I mean, I could name them all. They were amazing. The actors, everyone, my assistant director, Sandy Moore, the DP, Carly Previtt. I mean, just it just goes on. I don't want to start naming names because it is
Yes.
everybody. Every single person was amazing.
Yes. And what is the name of the project? The film?
It's called Snapped. And
Snap.
basically, what happens is
Hmm.
Faith, the main character, she wants to make it to her very first therapy appointment just without having the most utmost reaction to, anything in her life. She wants to make it there without having a breakdown, right? So we watch as thing after item after event happens to her and piles up on her as she tries to make it to her first therapy appointment without snapping. So you'll have to watch to see if she makes it.
Yes. And did you finish the final cut of the film?
We are still in post production as we speak. I
Really?
believe my editor
Uh-huh.
is editing right now. Tomorrow, my sound engineer will be doing his thing. We have a lot of people, a lot of hands working on it, so it's in post production. But um, we'll have it out soon.
Great. And do you start to plan for the marketing and festival selection of the film, festival submission?
Yes, I am
Yes.
very excited and hopeful for the festival submission of the
Yes.
film. There are so many places that I want to submit to. And so, yeah, it's going to be expensive, but I think it's worth it. I really think it's a
Of course.
great film. And
Hmm.
I'm really excited about um, just seeing where we can place it.
Yes. And the organization you spoke about, it is basically for African American women or for women, I mean, with colors in general.
Women of color. So,
Uh-huh.
minority women. It is an organization for minority women.
Yes.
Of course, we welcome all allies and people to support in any way. But yes, it's women of color filmmakers.
Yes. And do they only support filmmaking or another form of the arts?
This particular organization supports filmmaking, but there's a greater
Excellent.
organization called Women of Color Unite that
Yes.
supports television and filmmaking, not just film. So, whatever media outlet you are an expert in or have an interest in, Women of Color Unite is another great organization as well that um, just brings us all together and lifts us all up.
Excellent. Darshell, I want to thank you very much for the live interview. It was a great pleasure to have you online on our YouTube channel, and I will share the link of your written interviews. People can discover more about your work. I wish you all the best in the editing process. I know it is very hectic and very creative, with your editor, with your music composer, with everybody, color grading, whatever.
Yes.
you
Color
know, you
grading,
are
you're right.
uh, you are in the middle of this whole creativity struggle, but I'm sure you will make it, and I look forward for the premiere of the film either in the United States or outside.
Thank you so much. And I'll make sure to let you know. There will be a virtual premiere where you can watch several of the
Uh-huh.
entries for the Women of Color
Excellent,
Filmmakers Challenge. And
excellent.
yes, people can watch it virtually there, and then there'll be some other opportunities as well.
This is great. Yes, I look forward. You can send me all the updates, and I look forward for the premiere of this film and for your upcoming projects, and also for the release of the cookbook. And we can dedicate it to the soul of your mother as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Have a lovely evening. Best
You
wishes.
too. Thank you. Same to you and all of your work.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.